Comma rule number 3 is that commas are used to set off non-essential phrases. So, in order to understand the difference between an essential phrase and a non-essential phrase, we have to think about what is necessary in order to understand exactly who the subject is. So, first we'll do an essential phrase. The storm that destroyed LDSBC has raged for 3 days. Okay, the storm that destroyed LDSBC. That destroyed LDSBC is an essential phrase because there are bazillions of storms and we want to know exactly which storm we're talking about. Only one storm has destroyed LDSBC, and supposedly, in our imagination. And so this phrase does not get set off by commas because it's essential to understanding exactly which storm we're talking about. Let's do one more like this. The deer that ate my watermelon is a doe. Okay? Now there are many deer out there, but only one of them ate my watermelon, and so that's the deer I'm talking about, and that particular deer happens to be a doe. Now let's change it slightly and make it non-essential. The deer
which ate my watermelon.
Oh yeah, that's a good way to do it. And notice that so often punctuation travels in pairs. If you think about parentheses, you can't have one without the other side. Or quotation marks around a quote, you have to enclose the whole quote in quotation marks. So this is one of those times when commas have to travel in pairs, and so make sure that when you're setting off an essential phrase, a non-essential phrase, that you put both sides of it, that you put both commas in. Okay? Let's do one more with a non-essential phrase.
So the explanation then for that would be, instead of there are millions of deer out there and that's the one that ate my watermelon, we know what deer we're talking about, and so the non-essential part would be that deer also happened to eat my watermelon.
Yes.
Instead of all the bajillions of deer,
right,
this one did.
Right.
Okay.
So the difference is how well your subject is identified without the phrase, if we already know exactly who we're talking about. So, Jack, who wears plaid shirts,
So Jack
fixed my air conditioner. Good old Jack. Okay? We all know that Jack is the guy who fixes the air conditioner. But just for your information, he also happens to wear plaid shirts. Therefore, this phrase is set off in commas.
Make that phrase essential.
Okay?
The Jack that wears plaid shirts fixed my air conditioner.
That's good. The Jack that wears plaid shirts fixed my air conditioner. Fine.